I love this story of wise Solomon. Lived in the Black Hills of Tennessee. Small on the outskirts of town, and everybody called this wise old man Solomon because he always gave the greatest advice ever. And so one day in the high school, the English teacher is bragging about Solomon and how he had given her advice as a teenager that put her in the perfect direction of what she always wanted to do with her life. And she was thankful for Solomon. And she was sharing her story with her class. Well, captain of the football team was sitting in that class, and he said, "There's no way that old man's smarter than me. No way. And I'm going to prove it." So he grabbed the hand of his blonde-haired, blue-eyed girlfriend, and out they ran to their convertible, jumped in their car, and he took off out of that parking lot. She said, "Where are we going? What are you doing?" He said, "I'm going to prove to you I'm smarter than Solomon. I'm going to prove it." They drove to their old town, downtown, to a feed store. And the dude said, "I'll be right back, honey. I'll be right back." He ran into a pet store and he came back with a little box. Put the box in between them, and off they drove to Solomon's cabin in the mountains. "What is this?" she said. "You'll find out. You're going to find out. I'm going to prove to you that I'm smarter than that old has-been Solomon." They came up the hill, and there's Solomon. Long white beard, long white hair, glasses, rocking on his rocking chair on his front porch. This young man peeled up there, kicking stones and gravel everywhere, slammed on the brakes, and jumped out of the car. But before he did, he reached in that box and grabbed that bird. And he walked up to Solomon. He said, "Solomon, I hear you're the smartest man that ever lived." Solomon didn't say a word, just kept rocking. Might have smiled, but didn't say a word. "Tell me, Solomon, in my hands I hold a bird. Solomon, is this bird alive or is it dead?" Solomon never skipped a beat. He just kept rocking in that rocking chair. "Come on, Solomon, I don't got all day. Is this bird living or is it dead?" "You don't know, do you, Solomon?" Solomon just smiled, rocked away. "Come on, old man." Solomon stopped rocking, and with the wisdom of age, pushed himself off that rocking chair and shuffled over to that young, strong football player and put his shaking hands on that young man's shoulders. He said, "Son, if I tell you that bird's alive, then with those strong hands you'll crush the life right out of that bird. But if I tell you it's already dead, then you'll just open your hands and let it fly away. You see, son, the future of that bird is in your hands." That young man, with his head down, humbled, walked to that car, looked at his girlfriend and said, "He is the smartest man I've ever met."